detergent.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is dominance is psychological, not physical. This is something I want the men out there to pay attention to. There's a lot of talk on the internet about becoming a more dominant man, about becoming an alpha man, and this process is almost always tied to some sort of physical attribute. Lift weights, get bigger, get stronger. And I'm not saying that those are not worthy goals. Men, all things being equal, you should strive to be in the best shape of your lives. However, there is an important way in which this advice tends to do men a disservice, and that's what I'm going to talk about here today. But before I do, please remember to like this episode and subscribe to this channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and only a beta wouldn't follow through. So, do the thing. Now, what's the problem with this advice to get bigger, get stronger? Where this advice tends to fall flat is equating pure physicality with dominance. I'm here to tell you that this is not the case. Dominance is not physical. Dominance is psychological. And here's how you already know that I'm right. Have you ever seen like this big, powerful dog absolutely cowed by one of those yappy little lap dogs? I'm sure you have at some point in your lives. They're this big German Shepherd getting bossed around by this little Chihuahua. For whatever reason, that German Shepherd forgot what it was, forgot that it was literally 10 times bigger than that Chihuahua and that it could bite through that Chihuahua's trembling little neck. And that Chihuahua was able to psychologically dominate that German Shepherd. And once that happened, all the German Shepherd's fangs, all of its strength, all of its viciousness and intelligence were rendered absolutely irrelevant. And that's because the psychological maintains dominance over the physical. If you can dominate the psychological, then you can also dominate the physical that it in turn dominates. This is true across mammalian species, and it's certainly true in the domain of human relationships. And here's an interesting corollary to all this. In the majority of relationships that I am personally aware of, the woman is more dominant than the man. And why is that? Is it because the woman is bigger or stronger than the man? Absolutely not. If you took an average man and an average woman and put them in a no-holds-barred bar brawl, I mean, it wouldn't be a fair contest. The vast majority of men would just wipe the floor with the vast majority of women. And I think that's one of the reasons why we don't do that in society. We all kind of understand that it's just not a fair fight. But here's the counter-argument. If you took an average man and an average woman and put them in a no-hold-barred verbal argument, that contest would be just as unfair in the average woman's favor. It would be an emotional bloodbath. And the man would be like metaphorically lying on the ground.
You might not like Orion Taraban, PhD. You might not like him, but he brings up a cold point. Big Mama used to kick me out of the room. She said, "You too nosy." She would always say, you nosy. You always into something. You always in grown folk business. And she was like, you sneaky about it. We don't even know you here for 90 minutes. You done sat over there quiet, ain't moved, ain't made a sound, but you recording it all. And one of the things she would say, and this is her talking to my mama. This is her talking to my aunts. Listen, you know we smarter than they are, but you can't tell them. Because if you tell them that, they're going to resent you, okay? That's Big Mama. You know we smarter than them. All they got to do is work hard. Bring home the money. Give it to us. We pay everything off. She would be giving them the game. I'm sitting over there. They don't even know I'm there. I'm still listening. Now, I hear women say it all the time. Who's the better liar? Women be like, we are. But at the same time, and in a contradictory way, I hate liars. We don't lie. I don't be lying. I hate a liar. Really? Well, how is it that you better at lying, but you don't do it? I thought the more you did something, the better you got at it. They be like, no, we don't lie. Wait, hold on. Men are the biggest. Men are the worst liars. We're not the biggest liars. The most adroit liars, I would argue, are women. Women speak on average 25,000 words a day. Men on average speak about 5,000 words a day. Come on now. Knock it off. And if we're listening to the brother Taraban here, he's basically saying the Chihuahua is walking the German Shepherd. And I believe women are more psychologically advanced than men. I believe women are more spiritually advanced than men. I believe that. I just do. I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry. You know, women's brains mature faster than ours. A woman is done at 25. It takes a man another 5 years for his brain to grow up. Boy, I've been an adult 5 years longer than you. Stop it. All I'm saying is, I think women are way more savvy in these spaces than men are. I think men try to practicalize spirituality more than women. I think women understand spirituality a little bit better than men. And I think this gives them the edge if they decide to turn dark. Ooh, 1-800-920-1580. Let's get Ronan back in here to get his final thoughts. Ronan, what are your final thoughts?
You know, it takes me back to when, just like how you do, I sit there and observe. I'll be real quiet. And then you'll get harassed, like, so what are you thinking about? What's on your mind? You know, what are you doing? I'm just chilling. No, they'll prod you to get the answers because, like, most trying to be sneaky, but then, like, they don't know if you're up to, you know, if you see that the jig is up. So most times, like when you're chilling, and I've always told people, I give people enough rope to redeem or hang themselves. That doesn't mean it's a threat. I just sit back and watch, not just what you do, but what you're not doing. I listen to what you're not saying. And when I'm quiet, sometimes I'm doing the math, but other times, sometimes you sit back, you already see the play going. You just know what you're going to do.
Oh, I got a great question for you. They say 75% of all breakups and divorces are initiated by women.
Uh-huh.
Let me just ask: Do you think most of those breakups are because they've been found out?
Yes.
Ooh, the man that was getting psychologically mollywopped figured something out. Do you think that's, and I'm not saying that is it, I'm saying, do you think that's it? What are your thoughts?
I definitely believe that. It's no different than when plantation owners started attacking slaves that they found out that knew how to read. So the thing is, like, when you start being quiet and you're not emotionally illiterate and irresponsible, that makes you a threat. Wow. Like, okay, what's this person doing? This person's up to something. You know, that's where the imagined intuition is thrown out there when really it's panic.
Wow. Heavy stuff. Ronan, guess what you just did, brother? Guess what you just did?
Just brought Indianapolis in the building.
Indianapolis is in the building. The Voice of Reason is on complete flyer tonight. If you want to get your city up in here, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Sean, Oakland, California. Get in here. What are your thoughts?
Hey, brother. Well, first of all, in a relationship, and I agree with a lot of this conversation. You know, narcissism from a female into your life. You know, does anyone really want a narcissist as their partner? I don't think so, you know, because the number one thing, and this is good advice, and then I'm going to give you my next thing. The good advice is try to find someone after lots of conversation, lots of experience, that you can problem solve together, because you're going to have lots of problems like everyone has, every single human being has. You need to have someone that can work stuff out with you together. But let me tell you something on the basic level of men and women. And I can say this because I've looked it up, so don't worry about it. Tang is undefeated. Punani is undefeated. Money is undefeated. Okay? This is true. This is true.
Okay.
All right? This is women, whatever. All right? It's undefeated. So my advice is to make sure that you have that person with you, because once again, when we have those happy endings and stuff, I know everyone's a porn star and they can do it for 30 minutes and all that kind of stuff. Whatever, that's fine. But mostly you do the long haul. You're talking 10 minutes if you're really good and blah, blah, blah. And everyone has a happy ending. Okay, 10 minutes, 3 times a week, 4 times a week if you're just lucky. Okay, that is not a lot of time in your life. The rest of the time in your life, you actually have to have a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, sex is an amazing thing, and it can be an amazing thing. And it could be loving, and it could be fun, it could be everything. But what I'm saying is, remember that everything else you do in life is problem solving with your partner.
Right.
So if you really want a long-term relationship, find that person that can work things out with you. Because that's the person you'll be a long haul. If you just want to have fun and be out there and doing all that, that's cool too. But just make sure you know in your mind you're not trying to have that long-term relationship.
That's right. Hey, Sean, thank you, man. Guess what you just did?
Thanks, brother. I brought Oakland in the building.
Town Business is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580, the Voice of Reason. It's 2-year anniversary is, hey, this thing is going like it started, on fire.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We must understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce.
This election year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the place for politics, unapologetically progressive politics. And we've got two of the best and brightest to help you cut through all the noise. Weekdays at 1 p.m., it's a More Perfect Union with Dr. Nee Cordelai-Corte. And at 4 p.m., it's Areva Martin in real time. He's the university professor and distinguished member of the White House Correspondents Association. She's a best-selling author and Harvard-trained civil rights lawyer. And they are both here every day to help guide you through all the this year, because you know it's going to get deep. Get your politics on weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. with a More Perfect Union, hosted by Dr. Nee Cordelai-Corte and Areva Martin in real time, only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your flag.
If you're looking for the most epic place on Earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes and a Nissan Pathfinder, the search is the real adventure.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
We're not just a thermometer recording and broadcasting popular opinion. We aim to be a thermostat, transforming the conversation about climate justice in our community. This is KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness from my pits to my...
Ooh, I love that it's a spray.
Me too. And it comes in sticks and creams too. Go get your Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Here comes the. Yo, Pooh, let's drop some bass to make the wall shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR Classic LA playlist. Hey, this is what hip-hop sounded like before NWA in Los Angeles, man. Classic hip-hop. The VOR is on complete fire. We got phone lines. People all over the country, they want to jump in and talk. We got Reggie from Austin, Texas. Reggie, get in here, man. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, I'm convinced that we are at war. Bro, I'm convinced that men and women are at war. We absolutely hate each other. And this topic just lays it out. It lays out the strategy. You have one. I mean, and it's really fluid. You know, both genders can do this. You just look at the feelings of the other person, and you play on the feelings. You see a need, and you just play on that need. And it's like your feelings are at the base. I mean, your feelings are at the top of like your skin, but the skeleton are your principles, and you never get to your principles because you're always caught up in your feelings. And so this other person manipulates feelings, and that's the terrible thing, bro. I mean, you manipulate it with sex, you manipulate it with conversation, attention. I mean, so many people get manipulated by just simple attention.
Wait, because you onto it. You get nurturing, kindness, right?
Yeah.
Empathy. All of these things are now weaponized in a transactional kind of way.
Right.
Yeah, keep going, bro.
And that, as far as the transaction is concerned, love is a transaction in this society.
Then it ain't love. Let's just keep it. Like,
that's true. That's true. Yes,
just,
sir.
Yeah.
Well, let me say it. What's called love
there we go.
Is a transaction.
What's misinterpreted as love?
As
yeah,
love.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so you get caught up in these feelings, and by the time you clear your head, you so far deep into this situation that you can't get out. And that's where you get really screwed up. Man, every decision you make affects yourself, and it affects somebody else in some other way. And then when you see people so hard and just so bullet ridden emotionally, it's because they've been put through the ringer by somebody that played with their emotions.
It's true.
And I mean, I don't ever want to have somebody look at me like that and say, why did you do that to me? Like, that's the worst thing in the world. I just can't have somebody look at me like that, you know what I'm saying? And so I won't do that to another person, bro. But it's so common that it's something you just have to get used to. And this is what single people have to deal with until they get married. It's insane, bro. It's insane. It's absolutely a war. And I wonder why we hate each other so much. I mean, we literally, man, we hate each other.
Reggie, you've been listening to this show for 2 years.
Absolutely, I have.
We 400 episodes in.
Absolutely, we are.
You know exactly why we hate each other. I done walked us through this whole park 25 times now. Come on.
But fam, we can do something better than this, man. We got to be able to do something better than this.
Sure we can. But
guess
what?
Be able to do something better.
Sure we can. But guess what, Reggie? Like you right now, Reggie, you making me feel like you've lost your faith. You've lost your way. Let me just say this, Reg. You know good and well, like I know, the work on self isn't easy. And people prefer their toxic norm over their healthy unknown.
Yep.
Do you understand that? People prefer the toxic known over the healthy unknown. I don't know what's out there, man. I'm going to go back to what I know. You know how many times, listen, and I'm on the other end. I've hurt girls before. I've disappointed girls before. I've betrayed women before. Oh, 9 yards. I've done it. And I've seen them disappointed and broken and hurt over things that I've done. But let me tell you, man, when you look at somebody and you hurt because you hurt them, that lets you know you still human.
That's real.
If you can't hurt, if you don't feel nothing, no empathy for what you did to somebody that loves you, you're not a human being. You're not a human being anymore. And that's the way you create the authentic apology. That's the way you lay down the groundwork for changed behavior. That's how you start to heal internally. But guess what? We live in a society now that hurt is more powerful than healing.
Wow.
I know people don't want to hear it put that way. But get back, revenge, comeuppance, I'm doing better, look at me. all of this is more important than healing now.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it's a shame, brother.
So you,
but
when you,
I tell you,
but wait. When you ask why are we at war, I'm laying out the framework for why.
Indeed, you are. I think it's peace after war. So we got to go through this to get to where we got to be.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's a terrible way to go, bro. It is, man. That's a lot of casualties on the way to peace.
Man, a lot of people ain't gonna make it.
Nah. And some people that make it to the other side are gonna be so damaged when they get there. I think in the end it's peace. In the end it's peace. We just got to go through hell to get it. All right, man.
All right, brother. I love you, man. Reggie.
Love you too,
Austin,
man.
Texas. We love it. Thank you. Whew. This is a heavy topic, man. What are your thoughts? We got so many people in here that want to talk. Of course, I got the founder and creator. You know, we gonna hold on. I'm gonna bring in LS from Hawthorne, California. LS, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, man, this is so heavy. But there's, of course, as you always have many layers. But since I'm a woman, I guess I'll give that perspective. Just one woman, not every woman's perspective. For the most part, there are times when a woman is hurt. And if you are not on a journey of self-awareness or healing or anything like that, it is so easy to turn over to the dark side of your feminine energy. Now, you could be a person who's like a mothering person and turn to a huntress, like a person who is not worried about being nurturing or caring for someone because they felt like when they showed that side of themselves that they got played. But then if you actually understand what you want from a relationship, this is men and women speaking, then you could possibly show up better in the relationships you choose to spend your time in. Because if we're here to use relationships as a way to see ourselves and learn lessons, what is the ultimate goal? To get out of here? To raise your spirit up higher? Why is the wanting a relationship only for lessons learned? Is it for companionship? Are you looking for a soulmate? Or are you looking for the celestial other half of your celestial self so you can get out of here once you two achieve spiritual correction together down here? It all depends on why you want a relationship. But for the most part, what? I'm listening.
But do you know what's so big about what you're saying right now? Most people want a relationship to actually suckle their wounds. They want the person to come in and be the nanny for the wounds. They don't want to give up the wound. Stay with me, LS. When we come forward, the voice of reason is going to keep this fire lit. We crazy tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A South Africa bus crash claimed the lives of 45 passengers. One survivor, an 8-year-old girl, was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The vehicle lost control and plunged off of a bridge into a ravine. South African government leaders will work to retrieve the bodies and launch a full investigation into the crash. Traffic has been snarled all day in Midtown New York City due to a fundraiser for President Biden at Radio City Music Hall. It's the third fundraising trip for the president this year, which features 2 former presidents, Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, who will also be attending. Tonight's event has a lot of star power, including Lizzo, Queen Latifah, and other artists who will be on stage. More than 3,000 guests are expected, while across the street from Radio City, there's a large protest calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. The group is hoping to get the ear of the dignitaries attending. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right?
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world. If we care enough.
Have you fallen behind on your water and power bill? LADWP has made paying your past due bills even easier. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to get set monthly bills that include past due amounts. Or check out the special extended payment arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. Visit ladwp.com/cares and sign up today. That's ladwp.com/cares.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California and around the country to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. As part of JP Morgan Chase commitment, they are taking action to help improve financial wealth and access to banking in the Black community, helping more people open low-cost checking and savings accounts, hosting community seminars with supporting Black-led institutions by building awareness about financial investments, hiring community managers, and opening community center branches like Crenshaw, Inglewood, and downtown LA. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Get the tools to help reach your financial goals. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to The Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Went to a party in West LA. Wanna learn a new dance, that's what you say. Well, here's a new dance that can't be matched. So just step to the floor and do the cabbage patch. When I got to the party, it was 9:30. Ball rocking to the rhythm of a B-boy's rhyme. When I stepped to the floor, it was a total wreck. Cause I tried to do the wop and almost broke my neck. Now when I got to the party, all the girls went nuts. Cause I was jamming to the DJ's cut. Say what? Word up, it was a trip, oh yes indeed. Hurt my back when I tried to bust the centipede. Then I stepped off the floor just to keep my respect. Saw my homie Dr. Dre cold rubbing his neck. Saying that's the new way, that's right and exact. So we made this dance called a cabbage patch. Now it's easy to do, only done by a few. So just pay close attention to the wrecking crew. You don't need fresh clothes or a pretty face. You just need a hella beat with a slow, slow pace. Now my name is Dr. Dre and I'm Shakespeare. And we're about to put the cabbage patch dance in gear. So if you want to learn the dance, then you should not miss. Cause it goes a little something like this.
What are the 7 most common female narcissistic traits? And I think this is a really important video to discuss so we can get into it, explore it, because most people, when they hear narcissism or narcissistic traits, they attribute it to males. But there are specific aspects of females that exhibit narcissistic traits, but often we're surprised by it. So maybe you'll be surprised by some of the stuff I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's talk about female narcissists. Now, you may wonder if you're a female narcissist or if you're living with one. Now, let me help you out. I'm going to provide some information for you to help you understand how to figure this out. Now, of course, this is not a clinical disorder. Female narcissist is not a clinical disorder. So we don't want to diagnose someone else or even ourselves. Now, we're going to talk about narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder and traits associated with it. But the point of this video is not for you to diagnose yourself, okay? But it's for you to build insight. Diagnosis should only be derived from a mental health professional. All right, now that we got that out of the way, narcissism is a personality disorder that has been the subject of many studies, discussions, breakups, estranged families, and so on, movies, all kinds of stuff. However, when it comes to female narcissism, the topic is often overlooked or misunderstood. The impact of female narcissism on relationships, particularly on finances and fidelity, is a crucial area that I think deserves more attention, and that's why we're going to dive into it. Now, narcissistic women tend to display an exaggerated sense of self-importance, entitlement, and a lack of empathy. Now, these traits can lead to a host of problems in relationships, including infidelity, financial abuse, and manipulation. So we're going to explore the impact of female narcissism on relationships, and I'm going to provide insights into how to identify.
Man, these relationship waters are really choppy. Why do I bring all of these topics to your attention? Because they're never on our mind when we're in that euphoric space in the beginning of something. These types of discussions only happen when it's too late. Right? We're never vetting anybody out. Truly. You think, okay, I'm going to put a time limit. Remember Steve Harvey? No disrespect to Steve Harvey. Ladies, you got to wait 90 days. Do you know a man can wait 90 days with a blindfold on, with his hands handcuffed? He can wait 90 days. Do you know that's easy? The 90-day rule. That's just 90 days of acting. What? First off, 90% of our relationships are pretense. So we're going to be acting anyway. What do you mean? I got to wait 90 days for you? Okay, I'm going to put the performance on for you, and I'm going to continue the performance that I got going on with others. Okay, all right. Let's get LS from Hawthorne back in here to get her final thought in here. Come on, LS.
Okay, so you did say that maybe most people would prefer a relationship to lick their wounds or for someone else to be the person to heal them. But as we all know, only you can do your own healing and own personal work on yourself. Now, you can possibly, well, let me finish the other thought, right? So, yes, women are certain archetypes that turn out as light, what they call it, light feminine, with all of the good attributes that are associated, can turn to use dark feminine. But if you are on a journey that you know, like, it's all about self and you want to remain on a level of, like, not having so much karmic debt or possibly not reincarnating back here, then you choose to heal, like, or we say deal with the situation, heal through the situation. If you value the other person and you decide to work through it with this person, even though they've revealed their mask, or even if you're the person who revealed your mask and they decide to work it through with you, however it works, it's about, if you see the value in that person and you say you love that person, if it's really love, that doesn't disappear because of something that's happened where you're hurt. And if it does, then it wasn't really love.
I love it. This is good information. We appreciate you for sharing. But let me ask you one question before you leave.
Yeah.
Do you know women that have used dark psychology hacks on men? If so,
of course.
Like, can you tell me one or two? Like,
I can tell you a very simple one that I will see women do often in a relationship. When they wanted to go somewhere and they didn't want their man to come along or even inquire about where they were going, they would find something very tedious to get in an argument over. Or possibly even bring back something old that they were supposed to be healed from in the relationship back up and act like it was a new problem. So if you're ever dealing with a person who rehashes stuff and you didn't do anything to make it rehashable, then that person is playing the game with your mind. And call them out on it.
Listen.
So that you guys can, like, be honest and heal. Like, hey, you on some bull right now. What's really going on?
Okay, give us two
and
more.
And if you say, oh.
Give us two more.
Okay,
We need two more. You need to prepare us.
Okay,
we got to go out into the world.
Okay, so, like, your chick may have an extra bank account that you don't know about. One that you guys share and one that is just hers.
Financial
Because
infidelity.
she's
I got
all...
it.
Yeah, like, that is definitely a yes. And then I was going to say, like, what's another that is, like, more simple and obvious that you probably wouldn't notice? A woman, when she stops showing certain affections or attention to you that was always present, there is a possibility that she's not just drawing away to make a statement to make you pull on her more. She's actually monkey branching somewhere and deciding when she's going to leave.
Wait,
rather
stop,
than the
stop.
fact that she's trying to work on it.
Just stop. She's killing us right now. Men, listen, I hope you got a Sharpie. I hope you taking notes. She said something that was so fire. Listen, I had a woman once tell me, she said, you're doing really well. You're doing better than me, So I should be able to keep 80% of my money for investments and vacations and then you use your money to buy the home, to pay for everything. But my money will be for savings in case a rainy day we need something, and vacations and investments. I had a woman tell me that before.
And did she give you the bank card to that account? The bank card? Did she give you the bank card? If she gave you the bank card to that account, then I would say she was real about what she was saying. But if you don't have access, it's not a we thing, it's a me thing, then that's not relationship of you two, like, going together in life.
Let me just say this, LS. You hipped us to a lot of good stuff. I appreciate you for calling in. You brought Hawthorne, California in the building. If You want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Houston, Texas, and then we're going to Hawaii.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Hey LA, be an eco-friendly hero. Join LADWP's Power Savers program and use your smart thermostat to help ease strain on the electric grid during peak electric demand. You'll save electricity while you lower your bill. Plus, as a power saver, you can get up to $185 in prepaid gift cards. Don't have a smart thermostat? No problem. Shop and sign up at ladwp.com/Power Savers program. That's ladwp.com/Power Savers program. To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
What make you? Yeah.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Records, mixer, turntables, speakers, records, mixer, turntables, speakers.
This is Dr. Dre before NWA. This is what LA sounded like. Before gangster rap. Well, I mean, we did have some, I don't know if you could call it gangster. Well, it was before NWA's iteration of gangster rap. This is what LA sound like. That's when he had the shiny sequin suits on and he was dressed like a doctor with the stethoscope and everything. All right, let's get the creator of the topic in here, Attila from Houston, Texas. Attila, what was your motivation for creating this topic? What were you thinking about? Help us.
I don't know. It was early in the morning, I was just like sitting there thinking, I'm going to do a topic on dark femininity. Let me tell you why. Because it's ruining the dating pool.
Why?
Same thing with these alpha male strategies.
Why?
It is ruining the dating pool. Because people are they're taking transactionalism, and instead of just doing away with it and trying to find a more natural way to be, you'd rather dig further into it. You're trying to become the woman in the red dress. We don't have time for this. We haven't really dug into the mindset of a woman that goes into things like this. LS kind of did a little bit, but I just want to.
This is on you. You got to go into it. Go ahead.
Sure,
I'm listening.
Look, don't be telling I'm a manifestor. Don't be telling me what to do now. I know what now look. Now look. All right. In terms of the mindset of a woman that goes into something like this, I hate to say it, but her mindset probably mirrors yours. If you're entrapped with a woman like this, and that's a hard pill to swallow. She's just as insecure, transactional, image focused, whatever you want to call it, as you are. That's why you're attracted to her.
Keep going. Yes,
so
yes.
I wrote this topic not to get down on women, but to encourage you to actually seek a higher level of elevation. This is all done. These little tactics are done to keep you from self-actualizing. That's the whole point. If they can keep you deaf, dumb, and blind, then you don't really have any recourse at that point. So I say all that to say, when you're in this place of having been abandoned or having been rejected or whatever the case, that's your fuel to ascend, not descend. And some people might disagree with me on that. But personally, I think if you have to go to some of these levels that these women are going to, especially when you start involving spiritual stuff and witchcraft, sis, you're only reaping more and more karma to yourself. So that's all I really got. I don't have any tactics. I don't have none of that. I just know what I've seen. Ida asked me where I get my topics from and all that. People. I watch people. I watch people maneuver. I watch them manipulate. And part of the reason why we don't pick up on these things is because we talk too much. Get quiet and actually observe. And maybe you can catch some of these tricks. That's all I got.
Stay with me for 1 second. I want people out there in radio land, I want y'all to listen. Do you understand the phenomena that is the voice of reason 2 years in? When you can connect to folks all over the country and they are inspired to contribute to the dialogue, to the conversation. I just want to say thank you, Attila, for just finding something. I guess this show is a part of your soul tribe. So I just want to say thank you for being here, for supporting in the way that you do. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for the topic creation and suggestions. We appreciate you. And as long as I'm doing it, you got a seat at the table.
Oh, thank you. Look, maybe I'll be on there one day. We'll see.
Hey, what about it? Hey, guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. Let's get over to John, Mountain View, Hawaii. Aloha. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Aloha, greetings and blessings, chat. Zoe, unfortunately, since you have just spoken to the contribution guru, the madam of the evening, the intellectual mind of Attila.
Man, Attila. Yeah, man.
Yo, she's dope. She's really dope. But I got one question, and it's only pertaining to the opposite side of this coin. When you going to talk about the toxic masculinity, my brother?
You know, we already talked about toxic masculinity, but we will say, indeed, men are not off the hook in any way, shape, or form. Men are master manipulators too. This goes back to Reggie's point when he said we are at war, going through hell, trying to create peace with each other. And again, man, I'm 100% with Reggie, right? I'm just saying sometimes we get it a little bit twisted, just a little bit. This is why I created the platform the way that it is, meaning we're going to blend the psychological with the spiritual, with the metaphysical. We're going to bring all of these elements together so we can have a more nuanced perspective of intimate relationships. We've brought you Krishnamurti, Pema Chandran, Eckhart Tolle, Dr. David R. Hawkins, Dr. Alan Berger, Dr. Mark Goldston, Dr. Joshana Johnson,
Yes,
Dr. Sunshine. We done brought all of these divergent voices together, right, to create this this mosaic of nuanced perspectives to have a deeper understanding of relationship, not just a little basic, yo, if you make money, she's supposed to listen, or if you cook him something, he gonna stay. Like, not the basic conversation. We got layers here, man. This is a 7-layer cake over here.
7 layers? I think you can go deeper than that, big bro.
Okay, this is 21-layer cake.
Even if you want to call it cake, oh my God, it's more like lasagna. But anyway.
There we go. Hey, John, and let me say this to you, brother. You've been a staunch supporter of this platform, of this show, from day one, man, and I appreciate you. We have love for you. We have love for everybody in our chat. We got love for Tavis Smiley for giving your brother Zoe Williams a shot. It's March 28th, my 2nd anniversary here at KBLA, and we still on fire like it was day one. Guess what you just did, John?
Mountain View is in the house. Blessings to everyone.
Yes, sir. We appreciate everybody. I'll see y'all next week. We're going to start our new year off next week with some more fire topics. Hey, the voice of reason on KBLA.